Pause for a second. Did you know that almost 60% of people under 35 have less than $1,000 saved, according to the Federal Reserve, yet everywhere online? It feels like if you're not a millionaire by 30, you've somehow failed at money. Here's the real truth. You're probably doing better than you think. And the biggest mistake is measuring your progress against social media highlights. In this episode, I'll break down the 7 concrete signs you're quietly winning at personal finance, even if it feels slow. Plus, I'll give you the real numbers in a checklist you can use to track your own milestones. Stick with me to find out which of these apply to you, and why simple wins go further than flashy ones. Let's kick off with a quick gut check. Are you constantly feeling like no matter how much you save or work, you're still behind financially? Maybe you scroll through Instagram or TikTok and someone your age just bought a home or drives a new car, and you wonder, what am I missing? If that's you, stop right there. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 7 powerful signs you're doing better with money than you realize, each backed by real stats or stories. And if any of these sound familiar, I want you to comment below. Let's normalize what real progress actually looks like. Sign number 1. You pay your bills on time first. Let's talk about the foundation. Just being able to pay your bills as they come due. According to Experian's 2023 Consumer Credit Review, over 1 in 3 Americans have been late on a bill in the last year, and 15% regularly juggle which bill to pay next. If you're not in the top 1%, but you still manage to pay your rent, keep the lights on. And buy groceries without skipping essentials. You're ahead of millions. Late fees, interest charges, and credit dings can add up to hundreds or even thousands per year if you fall behind. Think about it. Avoiding that spiral isn't about being rich. It's about having control. So if you tick this box, drop a strong arm emoji in the comments. Let's see how many of our community are quietly getting this right. Now, sign number 2. You control your spending. Are you able to resist the urge for impulse buys or high-ticket splurges? That's more valuable than you think. Data from Bankrate shows 59% of Americans admit to regretful, spontaneous purchases, often on credit. But being aware enough to stop yourself, or even just pause before you spend, is critical. Remember, a $35 impulse buy every week adds up to over $1,800 a year, whether it's skipping the latest tech gadget or declining an extra streaming service. Those choices stack up. True wealth isn't about what you make, it's what you keep. And if you've ever walked away from a purchase and felt relief, you're on the right path. Which brings me to a quick interaction. What's one thing you consciously said no to recently? To protect your finances, share in the comments. Your example might inspire someone else. But did you know there's a sign even more powerful? One that can literally change your financial destiny over time. Even if your income isn't huge, hang tight. Number 3 reveals it. Sign number 3. You're investing, even a little according to the 2022 census data. Only about 42% of Americans under 35 have any assets invested outside their home, meaning most are missing out on growth. If you consistently put even $50 per month into your 401k IRA real estate, or a simple index fund, you're already ahead of most. Let's break it down. If you invest $100 per month in a Roth IRA at 7% expected return, that's over $12,000 in 7 years without needing to max it out. Even buying your first home counts. Too many people wait for perfect timing or big windfalls. But the math rewards early and consistent action, even with small amounts. I remember my first year of investing, I only managed $80 per month. It felt insignificant, but 5 years later, that account is one of my greatest sources of peace of mind. For example, one of my subscribers, Jen, emailed me to say she didn't start with much either. She committed to small automatic investments, even skipping nights out to free up $30 a week. 3 years later, she had $7,500. That's more than her parents ever saved at her age. Real people, real progress. Heading to sign number 4, you've got insurance coverage. Think you need 6 figures to be well off. Actually, one of the strongest signs of financial health is protecting what you have from being wiped out by disaster. According to Insurance Information Institute studies, about 1 in 8 driving age Americans have no auto insurance, and even fewer have robust health or renter's insurance. What does this mean for you? If you have homeowners or renters insurance, full coverage on your car if it's valuable, good health insurance, and life insurance if someone depends on you, you're way ahead of the curve. It's not flashy, but it's what quietly protects your savings from a single emergency. So, quick challenge. When was the last time you reviewed your coverage or bumped it up a notch? Let me know if insurance is a boring but crucial win for you. Believe it or not, the next sign isn't about dollars at all. It's about peace. Sign number 5. Money doesn't keep you up at night. Maybe you have some money worries. We all do. But if those fears aren't stopping you from sleeping or living, that's a massive achievement. Wells Fargo did a 2023 poll. 57% of adults say money stress impacts their sleep. If you go to bed with a plan, confidence you'll pay your bills, and the knowledge you're building for the future, you're in a stronger position than you realize. It's okay to aim higher, but don't undervalue the confidence that steady progress brings. Let me illustrate. My friend Matt, after years of paycheck-to-paycheck stress, finally got in the habit of tracking spending and building a small emergency fund. He says he still has worries, but now, money rarely keeps him up. That calm, that's winning. Let's keep going. Sign number 6. You have money in savings. The Federal Reserve's report on the economic well-being of U.S. households found nearly 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency in cash. Just having $1,000 or $2,000 saved puts you ahead of millions. If you've built up close to half a year of expenses, that's incredible. But don't downplay progress if you're not there yet. Saving is often a years-long journey. When you set aside money for a rainy day, even $50 a month, those small deposits become your safety net. My favorite tools: online savings accounts with automatic transfers, like Ally or Capital One 360. Try setting one up if you haven't yet. If you've checked even a couple of these boxes so far, let me know in the comments. The next sign is one of the least understood, but the most powerful. Net worth growth isn't always obvious, yet it changes everything. Sign number 7. Your net worth is growing. Even slowly, most people measure wealth by salary or possessions. But your real progress is about net worth, assets minus debts. Did you know, according to Experian, the average net worth for those under 35 is actually negative, mostly due to student loans and credit perseverance. As long as your net worth is climbing overall, even by a few $100s per year, you're doing better than the majority who stagnate or slip backward. Your net worth might not double every year or grow every single quarter. Markets fluctuate, but a clear upward trend shows you're making the right moves. Use free tools like Mint or Empower to track your net worth. Seeing that line rise over time can be the ultimate motivator. Quick question: are you tracking your net worth, or is that a goal for you this year? Share your answer. We can compare progress as a community. But you might be wondering, what about debt? If I still owe money, does that mean I'm actually behind everyone else? Let's tackle that head on next. Bonus sign: your debt is manageable, and shrinking debt can feel discouraging. It drags out for years, and you pay interest instead of building wealth. But if you're keeping your debt payments under control and making consistent progress toward becoming debt-free, you're ahead of most. Data from the Federal Reserve shows that 51% of adults carry credit card debt month to month, often due to lifestyle inflation or emergency expenses. If you're chipping away at balances, even slowly receiving, you're making real progress. And don't forget, most of those seemingly wealthy social feeds aren't showing the reality behind those vacation pics, and huge purchases. Creditors don't go live on Instagram. Real financial success isn't measured by absence of debt, but by whether it's affordable, controlled, and shrinking over time. Celebrate every milestone. One paid-off card, one lower payment, or skipping new debt for another month. Final sign, you have reliable income last, but definitely not least. You don't need a six-figure salary to be financially stable. Having a steady job or income stream, even if you wish it were more, gives you the base to execute all the previous steps. Your income is your primary wealth-building tool. If you're not where you want to be yet, focus on skill building, exploring side income options, or job hunting. The fact that you're earning regularly puts you on a practical path to debt paydown, investment, and ultimately financial freedom. Every pay period, ask, how can I put even a little toward my goals? That's the cycle that works. And it works over time. Let's zoom out for a second. No matter what, there will always be someone who seems better off than you. Chasing their highlight reel does nothing for your own reality. Every single one of the 7 signs you just heard is a foundational block in your wealth journey. Celebrate these milestones. Don't stress if you're not ticking all the boxes yet. Real financial health is about progress, not perfection. Before you go, I created a free printable checklist summarizing these 7 financial signs. Download it at the link below and measure your own progress monthly. And here's my challenge. Which of these signs are you crushing? Which need work? Let's build each other up in the comments. Remember, this video is for educational purposes only and not financial advice. Your circumstances may be unique. Always seek out resources or a qualified professional if you want personal guidance. Hidden wealth is real wealth. Consistency quietly beats flash. Let's quickly recap. The 7 signs you're financially healthier than you think are 1. Paying your bills on time. 2. Controlling your spending. 3. Investing even modestly. 4. Having insurance to protect your assets. 5. Not losing sleep over money. 6. Keeping money in savings. 7. Seeing your net worth grow. Plus managing debt and steady income as core stability factors. Even just hitting a few of these puts you ahead of where most people your age actually stand. So here's what to do next. Right now, download your free checklist of these 7 signs. The link's below in the video description, so you can track your progress every month. If you're not hitting all 7, that's normal. Choose one area to improve this week. Maybe it's setting up an automated transfer into savings, reviewing your insurance, or finally checking your credit score. Over the next 30 days, focus on celebrating any small win. Did you save $50? Did you invest, even once? Did you resist an impulse spend? Those wins will compound. And in 6 or 12 months, you'll wake up realizing how many of these signs have become your reality. You won't see instant transformation, but you'll see relief and confidence as you hit milestone after milestone. That's authentic financial progress. And you'll feel it first, long before anyone else notices. Subscribe to Mark Invest for more honest, data-backed financial education. I've got an episode coming up on turning small, boring habits into 6-figure wealth. So don't miss it. Comment below your #1 financial goal for the next 3 months. I'll be replying to as many as I can and cheering you on. Remember, this channel is for educational purposes only and not personalized financial advice. If you need tailored guidance, consult a qualified financial professional.